Hey there, and thanks so much for joining us for this special YSN Weekly News Update. I'm Brandon Shope here on NHCS TV. Hope you had a wonderful week, and we've got a lot of great stories to share with you right now. Our top story today, Waste-Free Wednesday is still continuing even though schools are closed right now due to COVID-19 as distance learning continues. It's a great way to educate, our local students and community members, as well as getting rid of your compostables. This service is actually being offered to the entire community right now at Winter Park Elementary. Here's that full interview. Joining me right now is the principal over at Winter Park Elementary School, Mr. Paul Slovic. Paul, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm excellent. How are you, Brandon?
I'm doing great, doing great. All right, so tell me a little bit about, now we're talking about Waste-Free Wednesday, obviously. Tell me a little bit, first off, what is Waste-Free Wednesday for the folks that haven't heard of this?
Well, Waste-Free Wednesday is an opportunity for our students to reduce the amount of compostable materials that we are sending to the landfill. So every Wednesday, with some help of lots of community volunteers, we have we call it the waste station that we collect anything that's recyclable, any of the food items that normally would be going to the landfill. We have a collection site for that as well. They throw that in there, and we just try to reduce as much as we can the amount that we're sending to our local landfill.
Yeah, and I know now, Paul, that I came out there, I guess it was a few months back, with one of the local news outlets with them, and we did a story about this, and it's pretty awesome, man. You've got all the kids participating, you've got UNCW out there, you've got other volunteers from the community helping out. It's a big group effort. Is it 10,000 pounds that of trash you've
We've gotten it to 10,000. Sorry, we've gotten it to 10,000 pounds now. Yes, after 25 days, we finally got up to that amount, which is amazing. And we've taken that. Typically, we use 20 bags that weigh about 33 pounds every day in the cafeteria. To now just using, actually, we could probably get away with one bag, but we're calling it two bags because we like to keep them a little bit lighter for our custodian to heave them into the dumpster. But just reducing it that much, we've been able to build up over those 25 days 10,000 pounds saved from going to that landfill.
Wow, dude, that is awesome. 10,000 pounds of trash that's not going to the landfill. That's incredible. So I know during COVID-19, obviously, the schools are closed right now. We're doing the distance, e-learning deal right now. Tell me a little bit about how folks can still participate in Waste-Free Wednesday. I know that this is something you guys are still doing at the curbside grab and go pickup. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we've been fortunate enough to have the curbside grab and go for our families and for community members to come by to pick up some lunch daily. And we have on Wednesday wanted to continue to we've done a lot of work with Waste-Free Wednesday. We wanted to continue to offer this opportunity to the community. So we have our collection site basically set up right next to the grab and go lunch distribution area. So anyone that comes by, and we've modeled it for them on Facebook. They can keep a container. I actually have my container here. I've showed this on Facebook. So I've just converted this. I keep it on my countertop at home. And I put this sticker on last week for Teacher Appreciation Week. We gave these out to our staff members. And just, well, I won't show you what's inside there, but it's just anything that I had from this week at home that I can contribute to our compost pile and dump it in there, and then it gets removed from the site every Thursday morning. So we want to make sure that we continue to, we're not weighing it like we were before. We just don't have the ability to do that right now with COVID-19, but we have the ability to continue to compost, so we want to make sure that we're offering that, and we do it in a safe manner.
Yes, sir. That is excellent. So now on Wednesdays, just tell us again, what exactly, what time can people, bring this out there? Is there a set time?
Yes, it's during our grab and go hours. So we only offer it from the hours of 11 to 1 for anyone, for the community to come by during that time. Then we have to bring it in because our staff leaves shortly after that. We'd also like to continue this, and we don't know what will happen, with the next steps as the community, as the state, we begin to ease restrictions, that we'd like to have the component of Waste Free Wednesday throughout the summer as well. So be sure to be on the lookout for what that will look like at Winter Park. But we want to make sure that we offer this opportunity year round.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's an awesome thing, Paul. Now, just a couple more quick questions for you that I had. When it comes to, the community members and the folks who can actually bring these, compostables, bring it out there for this. Are you offering this as well, say to like local restaurants? Say if there's a local restaurant that has something that they want to bring out as well, can they do that too?
That is a good question. We will do it as long as we have the space available to offer this service. I mean, right now we're nowhere near our limit on what we can compost. So if we get to that point, that would be a wonderful problem to have. So initially, yes, if they're coming by and they're doing it in the right way, then we'll be happy to collect it. And from a restaurant, from a family, from our students, and that's really where it started with our students. Those we'll continue to do that, like I said, until we have any a problem to solve, which we'll solve later on.
That's awesome, Paul. That's really, it's doing the community service. It's obviously a service for the environment, and it's also an educational tool for our students as well. I mean, when the parents and the families are bringing these kids out there, and they're talking with, you guys, they're able to put these compostables out there. They're learning how to protect our environment in a safe and a positive way, right?
Exactly, and that's how this all started. It started with students really in the cafeteria bringing this problem, doing science fair projects on, hey, how much are we sending to the landfill? How much are they recyclable materials that we're throwing out in the garbage? So that's how this was really presented to us. And then it's obviously grown a lot since then, but through conversations initially with students, with our staff members, and then through our parents, then we've created this whole thing of into a learning opportunity for everyone of how they can, like you said, make the planet a better place.
We appreciate, Paul, all the work you guys are doing out there at Winter Park Elementary and for the entire community as well. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Maybe something I forgot to ask or just left out?
The only thing I could think of is after we get to our capacity, we'd love to have other schools join on and other businesses. The more we can offer this opportunity for students to recycle and compost, the better off we'll all be.
Yes, sir. Fantastic. All right, Paul, well, stay safe out there and keep us updated on Waste Free Wednesday.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Miss Claire over at Snipes Academy is keeping the dance moves going right now, even though she can't see her students, in person, face to face. She's continuing the dance classes actually on Zoom right now. Here's a photo from one of the latest lessons. She's offering all of the dance classes, like I said before, on Zoom, and classes are on Thursdays. Awesome opportunity right there. The Board of Education recently released a really cool video. They released it last week for Teachers Appreciation Week, and they had banners made for each school and personally delivered them all the way out there to all of our schools here in the entire district. You can actually check out the full video right now at our NHCS YouTube video page. This year, New Hanover County Schools is recognizing school-level Educators of the Year and practicing social distancing all at the same time. Educators are being honored with yard signs and an NHCS Educators of the Year digital book to celebrate their achievement. The district has selected finalists for Educator of the Year from a pool of 44 school-level educators. The finalists will be interviewed the week of May 11th, 2020, and the Educator of the Year committee will then select the top 4 candidates: Principal of the Year, of course, Elementary Educator of the Year, and several others will be announced eventually as well. And from the 3 school levels, one teacher will be named New Hanover County Schools Educator of the Year, and they, along with the Principal of the Year, will represent the district at the regional level. Award recipients will be announced on May 27, 2020 with a Publishers Clearinghouse style event. And to learn more about that, you can visit right now, nhcs.net. We also have a full list of all the finalists. The New Hanover County Board of Education is accepting letters of interest and resumes for a vacancy in one of the 4 positions appointed by the Board of Education to serve on the Cape Fear Community College Board of Trustees. The term of office is until June 30th, 2024, and regular meetings are held on the 4th Thursday of every month at 4 p.m. in the boardroom at the Cape Fear Community College. Interested applicants should submit a letter of interest and resume to the New Hanover County Board of Education, 6410 Carolina Beach Road, Wilmington, North Carolina, 28412. Attention Tabitha Adams there for the email, tabitha.adams@nhcs.net. Now keep in mind that the deadline to submit the required documentation is at noon on Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. Please include in your letter of interest the reasons why you aspire to be appointed and the skills you will bring to the office. The board will review the documentation and select candidates to interview. I want to let you know that before we go here today that NHCS TV is now airing all elementary grade lessons and electives on the network Spectrum Cable Channel 5 in Wilmington and Wrightsville Beach. You can also find us right there on Channel 191 on Charter Spectrum out in Carolina Beach. We're out there as well, so make sure you check that out, Channel 5 and 191. We hope you enjoyed this YSN Weekly News Update, and as always, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Those are our social media outlets, and of course on Instagram, NHCS TV, and NHCS.net. Be safe out there. I'm Brandon Shope. We'll see ya.